Hello. I just realized I need to open up studio mode to make sure game has thing. Okay. Alright, we are good. There we go. Hide the chat from my friends. There we go. Because they don't know they don't know I'm streaming. they don't fucking know. Fuck this game. I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate it. I hate it. I saw a thing earlier. And by earlier, I mean like maybe an hour ago. Hour and 20 minutes ago. Essentially, Waklamat has more lines from 6.55 to 7.1 than almost every single character to this point, with the exception of Alize by 100 lines and Alphino. That's fucking ridiculous. It's like, yeah, welcome out to the lovable idiot, but holy shit, she has too much, like, fucking screen time. Kryl got robbed. Aaronville got robbed. Fucking... Oh, God. Fuck this game story, dude. Jesus. Don't boil your eggs in one basket. Also, I'm eating food. I'm sorry. I'm hungry. Going away to the upper floor. This is actually a really cool, like, dungeon visually, because it's like a very stark appearance, but like also like kind of boring to be honest. How about the people? Did they leave or did we already meet them? I think that people actually volunteer their souls for these experiments. Success was far from guaranteed, and even in the best case, they would cease to be men. This devotion to Zerology is so absolute. Iron Rock Gate. Won't open. I don't think it'll yield to our shoulders either. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way and find the key. The lift can be seen behind the wrought iron gate. As sturdy as it appears, the gate will likely resist attempts to force it open. Security panels nearby, perhaps a verification key will open the way. Find the key. It is in one of these two areas. Hello, Graha. I wonder what Becklug would make of this research into transferring souls. Research has likely moved between the upper and lower floors. Perhaps we can find a key among their belongings. Are you saying anything about what they did here? Yep, yep. Oh, that was weird. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transfer a few days ago. I can write good. Yes, I'm good. Very good. Getting harder to control strength. Today, bit off hand of feeder. Cannot help it, so strong. Hungry. Always hungry. Cannot control. Eat. I must eat. Am eater. Must eat. Itchy. Tasty. Oh, an open cabinet. I wonder if it has the key. Supplies for staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas we use in emergency. You dig deeper. You find a verification key. Hey! Always an open cabinet. Open sesame. That's an audio. Oh, never mind. It seems to keep me used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. Why use those camera angles if it's not going to be voiced? That's so weird. They're using them for everything now. It's like usually you can tell. Hello, Luna Smith. How you doing? Usually you can tell when a cutscene is going to be voiced or not based on how the camera pans in. Like how zoomed in it is. Like this seems voiced, but it's not. How's it going? It's going okay. You know, we're playing 14. It's just... There's only so much you can do. Follow me on X. You're following back. I'm gonna be real. I only follow people I know on Twitter. Or... people I'm huge fans of, and I consume their content. That's about it. I unfortunately don't follow random people, I'm sorry. So this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be so similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Valley Gormanda. Or expected to be so. Blech. Reading hard. Itchy tasty. While the machinery appears to still be in operation, expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that the monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Galuja's mother. God, I can't speak today. I can never speak when I'm trying to read 14 shit. I think I can use this terminal. Shale taught me how. Tech Whiz. King Galuja. So much data. I don't know what we should look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Tishalja. I brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Tishalja, Administrator of Experimental Treatments, Research Logs. Sounds good, doesn't it? Chances are the data is encrypted. Even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. Let us take it with us to the back room and have Shale analyze it. Agreed. Also, I do appreciate the follow. Smith, shove it, boy. Alright, I'll try for the swords device I brought. I need to fix my widgets. I haven't done that since reinstalling everything on my SSD. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for the both of us. And then they walk out in complete silence, while Wokamot listens to Limp Bizkit on her headphones before turning around. Fucking Strangers in Paradise is so weird. Like, it's such a good and bad game at the same time. It's really bizarre. Here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let's deliver the data to Shale. And off they go. Nope. Back around. I wonder how much of this is actually left. Because we got the dungeon pretty early on. Usually, you don't see the dungeon until about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours in to the patches. But this was like within like a half an hour. It was really quick. God, they need to change this fucking music, dude. We're not in this era of Dawn Trail anymore. Welcome back. Gluja has already given me the storage device. Looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Alexei and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Hi, their mood had us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I finish my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. Not the last quest, that's for sure. I was saying wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the soul system, but even they're unsettled and wondering a lot if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason, too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving for Dural, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us until Yolo. My brother is doing all he can to see the Jacques Turral Railroad restored to operation, so that people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Even so, the railroad would make things a sight easier, long before it's back in service. Couldn't say. When I left for his visit, Koana seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shale's working on the data, we could go and see the state of it for ourselves. To Shaloni Station, then. I'll make sure to keep Koana informed. Shit's porked. Guaranteed. Where? Here? Oh god, my internet's still bad, so they haven't loaded in yet. That can't be right. No, they're in here. I'm stupid. There we go. Walika. You still have your wife. At least in this, the source. The first, definitely no. That was all then. Von Terra to boot. What can I do for you? Or, oh my god, what can I do you for? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tural that can't make the journey on foot. See, as it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on its way here to take stock of the situation. Scratch the on his way. Arivol! You got a new fit. Looks good on him. Did our little bud finally outgrow his old clothes? Stop that. As you well know, my previous tire was that of a gleaner, and I've chosen a different path. It was time for a change. You hear about the railroad too? It wasn't part of my sake that the original Dawn place was sacrificed, so I felt it was only right that I assist with its replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lama Chi has explained the growing urgency of the need. I have you to report. The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. See, when we used the Dome Blazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations, but now we're back to our original problem. How to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mewatsuan. That is, Ronique. Though the Hetsaro that follow them are none too pleased about their Hetso being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I've devised to quieten the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. Ronique will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them, or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Were the railroads plotted to avoid the Ronique's preferred grazing areas, though? It's not that they're getting so close in the first place. The Ronique's grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I'm not certain why, but I intend to ask people of Mewatsuan for their insight. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter, and I would hear what the Hetsaro have to say about it. They are the ones most affected, after all. It would be best to begin by consulting your leader, Huato. The rest of you can accompany us to Hetsaro encampment if you like. To the cat farm. I realized I could have just teleported, it would have been better. I am just a cat boy flying through the air. Nothing to worry about. I totally don't have to kill the Ronique for a hunt spawn. Nope, definitely not. Hello, you old catboy freak. Unvoiced. Vow of resolve, vow of reason. I bid you welcome to our camp, but what brings you all the way to Mewatsuan? Thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the Jacques Tourelle Railroad. Yo, we're trying not to accidentally kill your stock. You know? You've noted the Ronique's unexpected change in behavior, then. My son Geppetto has been looking into this matter. Geppetto? Normally, we'd expect the Ronique to keep their favorite grounds nearby for a while yet, but despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Piarion and Yatanani. They refused to keep where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward the railroad. There must be no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. As any true Hetsara would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I'm of Hetsara descent. My parents traveled with the Ronique as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. As I've been as a babe, you see, during such a migration, one of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle I'm forced to assume. A chance encounter with the kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived, taking pity on me. He taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stallkeeper in Tweedleall's markets. That is where the Donsford found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace in time when Lama Chi came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude, and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Truly, I never heard of the Ronique choosing a password address as to force such a terrible decision. Nor many Hetsara willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. Must have been some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed to me. Even it might help you better understand the Ronique's current behavior. As is so often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with that sorrow way may arise from the fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. And refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor dawn servant indeed. Please teach me of the Ronique and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. We learn of Hensara culture with me. She'd like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it'd be useful to know whether I am or doing it correctly. Is it because I'm also a cat? When it's settled, we'll learn more of the Ronique. I'll have a look around the plains, and perhaps in the process we'll find the answers we seek. I doubt that's the reason. I guarantee it's the same regardless. What we say learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you're not above manual labor. I'm not most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. It's all we ask, take these tools. Now, introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and asks if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let's meet back here later to share what we learned. I thought you wanted to make sure you were doing it correctly, Kona. Dots. A playful had sorrow. We have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answer is much easier to recall later if I arrived at them myself. I don't know how to fucking speak English. Jesus Christ. Our head Sarah provide us with something that we use in medicines, poultices, and soap to drive away pests and to stain our fires. What is it? Is it dung? It sounds like a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. We've discovered a myriad uses for Ronique chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there... Oh god, oh jeez, excuse me, oh god, fuck. Where there is a need, our Hatsara always provides. Sorry, I've been drinking. This game requires me to drink the alcohols. I apologize for the burp. What? Huh? Oh. A troubled head sorrow. This won't do. The wind will go right through it and be without my needle and sinew. Here, take this mending kit. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get an occasional tear. Fortunately, the Ronique hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. talkative Hetzer. I'm pretty finished with my task for the time being, but since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you likely already know that the Ronik are our Hetzer, our guides, that we travel with along the journey of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hetzer must also part with half of our number. You may think of it as a strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Hetzer. Where is this ruffled Ronik? As you strike the Ronik's coat, you note that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Just give it a try. You need the right tool for the job, mind you. Comb on the top you're used to and just get lost and tangled like it's not. Fur brush. For even the fluffiest of Ronik. Ah! Shabito sent a Ronik brush with you, did he? I like him. Now, just run through it one little patch at a time, gently. Touch the furry animal. Touch it. See, he likes it. Dutifully brush Ronik until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with his coat. Yours much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. I am one with the fur. Well done. With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat. Less susceptible to illness, the combed coat also makes it easier to identify injuries should the need arise. I can't wait to watch Solo Leveling, but I refuse to not watch the dub because I really like Alex Lee's performance of, oh my god, why am I forgetting his fucking name? His name is, it starts with a J, I forget. Oh my god, it's been a while. I rewatched it like a couple months ago, too. But between that, Castlevania's Nocturne, second season coming up on the 17th, and also Bleach finishing up its arc, I am very, very happy anime-wise. I just want to know when Delicious in Dungeon will pop back up and Freerun as well, because god damn do I need it. It's a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us. You even looked the part. I have to wonder how Valkona's getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. God, the hair does look so much better. Ah, there he is now. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with Grace and Ronik and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination. To force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how is your own work? Have you anything to share? Ronik are treasured members of this community, has support in his family. Indeed. The Ronik provide for the Hetzer, and in turn the Hetzer are good to the Ronik, just as family should be. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Ronik, as they did to me, so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here in service to the people of Tyrell, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hetzer are concerned. I wonder if he is a survivor of an attack. I feel like that's like the more likely explanation for what happened versus, you know, being left behind. I'm glad to hear that, Valkona. You're welcome among our herd anytime. You know, I should be getting the foods. Probably much smarter. The Warrant of Family. Not the last quest yet. This one's rear-loaded. Kona, how did it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hetso. They nourish the Hetsaros as they grow and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. They're the equal of any man, not beast to be tamed. Moreover, Ronique are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Hetsara would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. It's particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Ronique's once favored grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's just not the Ronique. Even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of raptors, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters. Earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though the Hetsara would surely put two and two together were that the cause geological, I measured the area's ether to be certain. There is indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly. A large animal, perhaps? And a powerful one, like it's not. A predator, given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. It couldn't be a Tourette-so. I definitely didn't pronounce that correctly. It sounds like I'm saying Tourette. Oh my god, fuck. Turahetso. That's gotta be... Jesus Christ. Ronique Reaver in the common tongue. People have several names for such creatures. Things that steal Hetso in the night is another evocative one. Ronique can fend off many predators with their horns, but not Turahetso. The scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wild to the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home and its pack both. In any case, I believe the source of the Ronique's consternation is clear. As our next move, we must drive this reaver away, as they might return to their grazing lands in peace. Never fear. We'll make certain that the beast threatens you no more. Quest accepted. Wow. Oh god. The Ronique River is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do anything. Won't do for us to go running off in search of it without having made proper preparations. If others returning from across the plain have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior where it might be found.
Help!
Oh, thank God it's voiced.
Hetsu is coming this way!
Well, I guess we don't have to search for it.
It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
And after they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the Ronek Reaver.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
Make haste! We must protect the Ronek!
Don't worry, we're right behind you.
What is Airball gonna do? He can't fight. Oh, there they are. You know what? I like that he starts sprinting.
There they are!
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
I'm stroking the air. I'm facing the wrong way.
That herd should be all right. Let's look for stragglers.
I don't think this
The
music
Ronek are
is
to rally
the
too.
right type.
None shall be
of
left behind.
shit here.
There must be something up ahead. Come! There!
These are no match for the likes of us.
I can't do this right.
In a panic was clearly an understatement. More are coming!
An alpha alligator, oh god. Where's the Sigma alligator?
You're nothing then.
Oh.
Right on the mark.
God, fight is so boring.
It seems that did the trick.
For the fodder, at least. But where's...
Wait, fuck off. Is it actually a trial? Look at that monster hunter ass fucking monster.
Look there! We've got a big one coming!
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs. That's a Ronak Reaver, and no mistake.
He's fucking massive. Hey, Justinian.
There! That one there! Not so fast!
Oh no, it broke his glasses. You could've just kept running. Like, no problem. You had to do that.
Even should it cost me my life. I will save the Hetzel!
Kona! Are you alright?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronek to safety!
There. You've nothing to fear.
Food defeated.
Right! Let's finish the job!
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer!
Oh, here we go.
You'll find the vow of reason is not without resolve.
That's such a cool line. Jesus Christ.
Damn it! Not even a scratch!
Buy me some time to think, will you? It must have a weakness, and I will find it. Keep it busy. I need time.
just have to keep it pinned. Get thinking, Kona!
A protective current of ether. But whence does it flow? I've got it! One well-placed piercing round to the chest, and...
Okay. Okay, Kona.
You're done for! That stemmed the flow of protective ether.
There's nothing stopping
I didn't know
now.
you were chill like that, Kona.
Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me.
No, my uptime. That's so rude.
We must disperse that ether ere the river recovers it!
This is going to hurt.
I'll take a damage up. It has been defeated. God, that thing's got like fucking chihuahua teeth. Jesus Christ.
We did it. The Hetzo, are they?
The Ronek have all made it to Mehwa Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats. But the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Bow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetzo.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty. The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most. It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now.
Uh-huh.
I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozeniheta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Uh-huh.
Lozeniheta. That's where the Pelu Pelu trader
What
found
did
me
I
as
say
a babe.
earlier? That, you know, the place is destroyed? The
Please,
survivor?
can you tell me what you saw?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a Reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos.
Chaos.
I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. "We're distracted," I heard one cry. "Save our son! Save the Hetzo!" After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Ronek thunder. I ran and ran. And as the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself.
Oh! Oh!
All
Just be
these
shocked.
years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see, they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe. I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone. And now that I am Dawn's servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect. As my parents
I don't know if you want to say
protected me.
that, Kona. That's a lot of gifts at Christmas. To know that the heads are safe is more than enough, yet would it be wrong to hope that in protecting them, we also avenge my parents? It is the least I owe to them after all this time. Vaughn, I thank you for standing by me as Dawn Servant, and as the oft-imperfect man beneath that mantle. Now, let's return our attention to the matter we came here to address, shall we? We've removed the root cause, the ornate strength for their favorite grazing. I've taken the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle, as it were. This whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of either strong enough that will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. To achieve this will be a far better sight better than traditional whistle, more effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. Let's return to Shaloni Station and begin work on it then. Oblika and his crew will doubtless be relieved to finally have a solution. I have to... Bleh. I was given a humble greeting by a random person. Huh. Actually, maybe that wasn't. Hold on. Bear with me 1 minute. Huh, not on my friends list. I think I knew who they are, but yeah. Look, please about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it. So the Ronique were avoiding a predator. Smart ones they are. And Valcona's not too bad himself, and with his whistle ideas, sit tight. We'll have this train on the tracks before you know it. I will sit tight. I'm gonna laugh if they play Smile again.
We're ready to go.
You want its voice, too. Nice.
Whoa! She looks as good as new!
If I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronek are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
But like how, though?
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliolal. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every
The
corner of the
material on
continent
other
that we were
material
able to
makes
get
the
her up and
noise.
running so quickly.
And the weight.
Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel, and we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Like, have you ever felt a train go by before?
Right.
That
If we
shit
don't talk it,
rumbles the
let's put
ground
this
a
train
little
through
bit.
our paces.
There's a Ronek up ahead.
Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
It's moving away. Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
A roaring success! In a quiet way, like. Then with your permission, Vow of Reason, the Shaktaral Railroad is back in service.
For a while there, we were real worried that we'd never get the railroad running again. Now that the test drive was such a success, we could breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni, and then the continent. Watch out, Jacques Turrell. Here we come. I share a sentiment. We got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today I'm not going to notice. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria, Lamachi. Crossroads, here it is, last quest. Everyone stand still, Locomotive is ready to race back to Alexandria. Ugh. Well, it's possible that Shale's made some headway by now. Regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored. Shale, what do you have her working on? Gluja's mother. I'd feel the same in his shoes. Have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. So no cause to look at me like that. The Kakifa that we met may have only been a simulacrum, but her memory was real. I needn't search for what she left behind, because she left it with me, and I will carry it always. Oh, he's got a little thing on it. Oh. Speaking of things you're carrying, is that a teeny tiny Kakiwa? What? No! It's merely a token for Alexandria. Our friends at Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it was a good souvenir as any. Whatever you say. For what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. Yes, well, you're off the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for a time, see if there is aught I can do for the people there. Much changed though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course, I can give you the full story on the way. Yeah, just walk along the tracks instead of, you know, taking the train. This would be an elegant solution, and thus is the railroad back in operation. Meanwhile, she was nearly finished processing the data. She'll be able to share her findings with us imminently. Hey, Stola. I'm interrupting something, I gather. A student bars right in. Hey, Stola, what brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate and the Sky Deep set out for now, so I'm shifting my investigations to living memory. While there, I thought I would do well to have the company of an expert on electrode. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I'll join you once we've finished here. As if you're forgotten, let's make head with living memory. The key you're keeping shut with the next subject of my scrutiny. AKA, we're either going back to the 13th, or we're going to the 1st again.
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit. But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest, so to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Taishul Jah herself. While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes, please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
Don't run away, several files playing in sequence. Several cutscenes will play in sequence, and you cannot stop them.
My name is Taishul Jah, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose.
Mother?
Officially I was a Virgin with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Yasulani to hunt a Tural Vidral that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region. Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Tuliolal. I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran, and in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path, a path that changed my life. When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within, and reunited with my commander. How am I to speak of Commander Zoralja? I admired him. His incontestable strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions. I watched him, captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him.
And eventually you got
His
through
eyes too
Sorrel
sought the
pregnant.
distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire. Today, it should have been today. A new beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If he could see him, embrace him, surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
No, I can't. I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father. I don't. I can't. No! No! Get it away from me.
Okay, Virgil.
Get that thing away from me!
It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all. He'll come around. We'll be a happy family. Kaniloka's shouting for me. The research hasn't been going well. But I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where to hide you.
That's all of them.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Gololcha.
I'm fine, Lamarchi. Father and Mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try. I can't tell if I'm happier now. But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
Just don't know. It's better to know. Profound response for one so young. Though I wish he didn't have to be, Golosha is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet, one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. 'Tis fortunate that he has you. Thank you, Shale, because of you I got to hear my mother's whole story. Pretty because you were brave enough to listen, Galusha. Remember one thing, remember that. Now then, having shared what I can at present, I'm ready to head to living memory when you are. I am planning to be thorough, so we'll need to stop for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain overlong. We have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. Literally just came in for a cutscene and then fucked off. Thank you, Ishtola. A word before you leave. Our network's already been spreading word of the railroad. We expect people would be clamoring to get on the first train back. Yet, the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. What? And we spoke before, you said many from Tuliyola were eager to reunite with friends and family. I'm concerned about getting through Vanguard. I said we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak to the people ourselves. It starts with Lay Node 9. Or not. Lay Node 9. 9. It is faster to just teleport. Build my screen. Why couldn't you be worthy? Either I was further ahead. There may still be people gathering in Praxi Park. Try there first. Oh, cutscene. Okay.
People look uneasy. Did something happen?
That's no good.
Have you heard? Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right, and a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zaraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware. It could happen to you, or me, to any of us.
It could even be...
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
What? What? No. No, that's not... No. What are you talking about? What?
What?
Huh?
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do.
Wait.
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never
Is
fear.
she a
I'm here to
primal?
set things aright.
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever. You there, Gussin. You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty? What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria. Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live. Not for us, nor our children.
What the actual fuck is happening?
I wish that I could. Truly I do. But with living memories shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution. All of us shall be made endless.
What?
I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells. This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like. Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received Neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not? And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all.
You...
One day soon,
motherfuckers.
those with Neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
But only 5,000 of us?
You Victral! The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down, and then we'll talk.
What the legitimate fuck? How the mess with terminal? How does she propose to create new endless? We must contact Y'shtola as soon as possible. I've heard about the Queen of Reason's proclamation. The rumor spread through the district like wildfire. You saw it with your own eyes then, so it wasn't someone else. There's not a report yet, but we all have eyes and ears out and never keep in heritage found. She must be erased. If she's back, then are the endless... Seriously, what was that? It's not fucking Xenos, I'll tell you that. His body's at the end of the ethereal sea. So far at the end of time that you literally cannot reach him. You'll call the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you the message about new regulators was received with utmost clarity. Jesus fuck. Okay. It couldn't have been Sphene. She should have been destroyed when the Messwood terminal shut down. But a single Alexandrian bear witness presented with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen. It's no surprise they would choose to believe she's alive. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor. It is as if members have been erased. Given that the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely the work of the regulators, but by whose design? Someone smart enough to play it being the Queen of Reason, and that guys, even if some suspect deception, most of Alexandria will be on our side. You need to find out who she really is. I agree wholeheartedly. We should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. What the legitimate fuck is going on? Meanwhile, in living memory... Oh, Jesus fuck. Otis?
Where am I?
No. Hey, Y'shtola. Hey, Shale. I see you in the distance. Oh, God. Oops.
My people. Are they safe?
It is Sphene. What the fuck?
Why am I...
Fear death people turn to Queen Reborn, their fates to learn. What the fuck happened? Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh god, where is the fucking alliance raid start? I'll be there for next time we play 14. Is it Tuliolo? I'm willing to bet it's Tuliolo. But yeah, that starts a lot of questions. That starts a lot of questions. Otherworldly encounter. I'm willing to believe this is the Alliance raid. Sure is. Okay. Alright. We'll be doing that next time we play 14. I've got some Portal to finish now. We'll be going to BRB for a couple minutes. I'm going to start some laundry while I'm at it. But we'll be back. I'm going to launch the game, though, before I do. Ah! My ears!